Assalamualaikum, my name is Aksa and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will understand that how we can create data analyst agent using Langchain, Python and Gemini. But before diving into the code, we need to understand that what we actually want to build, what is the final application. Here is the final application that we will build data insights bot. In this application, we need to upload the data set. We are uploading here data set. After uploading the dataset, it will automatically generate basic statistics and visualization of the data that we provided. In this data, first we have the data preview, that what is our data is actually the all the columns and similarly 5 top rows, so that we can understand that what is the behavior of our data is actually. Then we have statistics like what is count of the column, main of the column, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value of the column. Then we have data types of the single column of each column, like longitude, it have float side, float data type, second position proximity of object data type. Afterwards, we have data visualization. In this data visualization, we have a bar chart of the column that we selected. We can select the column through this select bar. As soon as we change the column, the chart will be changed. If I show you the chart will look like this. As we switching the column again, the chart is changing again. So this is the bar chart that is actually showing that how the column is actually performing, what is the spreading of the column. So that's how we can see the basics visualization of it. In addition to that, we have the feature that we can ask the question directly from the bot, that what is like data analyst question, like for example, how many null values have in the data set. We can directly ask to it and it will give us the answer that we have something 207 null values exist in the data set. Which columns contain null value. We can ask this to the bot and the bot will answer us this column having the null values. Even we can ask that list the column names, and it will provide us the list of the column names that we have in the data set, right? Now let's dive into the code, that how we can create this application. But before creating this UI and all that stuff, first we need to create the AI agent or data analyst agent that perform this task, asking question and giving us the answer. For that we need to first install the requirement libraries, like for example matplotlib, pandas, and we are actually installing Langchain experimental. Langchain is basically is the library that helps us to connect with the LLM in order to create any kind of application. Langchain experimental libraries actually help us to connect with the agents directly. Agents is something that we want to create, like create agent for research, create agent for experiment, create agent for writing. We can create that agents. So we are actually having Langchain experimental library to create an agent. Then we have to install another library, Langchain Google Gen AI. Instead of using OpenAI or ChatGPT or GPT models, we are using generative AI models, Gemini Pro model. For that, we have to install Langchain Google Gen AI. But before installing this Gen AI, we need an API key from Generative AI. For that API key, you need to go to Google AI Studio. That Google AI Studio, you can get API key directly from here. And here you will have the API key. You can create an API and you will have the API key. Just copy and save it to you. Don't disclose it to anyone. Then we have to move. Here's the code we actually need to write. We are actually installed all the required libraries that we want to create a data analyst agent. Then we import OS library, and then we have some basic imports. Here we import agents from Langchain experimental, the agent that create pandas data frame agent. That agent is actually helping us to understand the data, and it will implement pandas queries as soon as we write the questions to it. Thus, that's mean that we have the agent that will convert our questions into the pandas query. So that's why we need an agent for that. Then we have Google Gen AI chat, Google generative AI model, so that we have an LLM. We are having a query, that query passed to LLM, and that LLM is connecting with the data also. Then we are using pandas, and we have this collab. As I said, that you need the API key. In collab, you need to put that API key here. We have the secret option. You can create, add new, and all API keys here. Which API key you want to use, just click on it, and then you can have it to all over the notebooks. We need to use Google API in this notebook, so we are actually having Google API. Here they actually give you the code that how you can access the secret key. So you need to first import from Google Colab, import user data, and user data.cat, you need to write this. So I write it here in the Google Chat generative AI model, right? So that this model will directly have the API key through this secret box, right? Then we have to read the dataset first, that the dataset that we are providing through the upload function, that we need to read. This dataset it will read, and it will save into this data variable. Then we actually create a variable of LLM that have the Google Gemini model. We are actually having temperature of 0.5, so there is no something like randomness and all that stuff. Then we actually call the create pandas data frame agent. That agent is actually connecting with LLM and data also, and we also allow it to create some complex coding also. So if we have the question that having a complex query or complex coding, so it will also do that. That's it. We create this agent. Then we need to pass this agent.run, and we need to pass that query. And after that query, you can see that it is actually having thought, then action, and then final answer. And you can see that in action input, it is giving us the code, that how it actually getting the answer of our question. So it is providing us the code also. I can give you the also here. We have some code also here, that column index, and we are having the column values also. This is the thing that we actually got it into our applications. So yeah, this is the agent that we want to create, and we created that agent. We can ask as many questions as we want. You can see that can you define the data types of all the columns, and it is actually writing this query of pandas, that how you can find data types, right? So yeah, that's how we can create an agent, and that's super easy by using Langchain. Langchain is saving us a lot of time. Now let's move towards the application that we want to create, like UI and all that stuff, like how we can connect our agent to the UI. To create an application, you need to create 3 files first. The first one is requirement.txt, the second one is .getignore, the third one is .env. In requirement.txt, you need to write all the libraries that you want to install in order to run the application. You need to write all the libraries here. Then we have .getignore. Here we write the file name here, which we don't want to push on the Git. Like for example, we have the Google API key, and we don't want to make it public. So instead of that, we pass the file to there. We actually put that file into .getignore, so that Git will ignore that file. Then we have .env. In this file, we are actually providing the Google API key, just like this, Google API key, and like this we can pass the Google API key in .env, and we can get it to the file that we actually want to through this load.env, right? But before creating any kind of or running any kind of stuff, first we need to create a virtual environment. Always create a virtual environment before creating any application. For that virtual environment, you need to write this command, python -m venv, and your virtual environment. It can be venv, or it can be venv. I already create venv here, so I'm not running this command, but you need to run it command. But if you are running it first time. After that, we need to activate the virtual environment. For that, we need to write this command scripts activate, right? Through this way, the virtual environment is activated. After that, we need to write pip install -r requirements .txt. Through this command, you can actually install all the libraries that you want to install for this application. It will actually install all the libraries that is actually present in requirements.txt. So be sure that you actually include all the libraries that actually are having to run this application. I already installed the library, so I don't need to run it. Then what we need to create app.py and utils.py. This utils.py actually containing the data that we actually created on the Cola. For example, we have all the libraries that we actually upload call there, like Langchain experimental, Langchain Google Gen AI. We call that library, import that library, and then we have created that LLM function, LLM variable, and then we have the function of read data. We create this function so that if we want to read the data multiple times, so that we can do it without writing the code multiple times, right? So we just need to directly call the function and we have the data. Then in this read data function, we actually pass the pandas read CSV, so that the which whatever the data set user put, this function will actually read the data and return that data set. Then we actually created another function get agent. You already know that we created this create pandas data frame agent. This agent, we call this agent so that whenever we need to call this agent, we directly call this function, and this function will provide us the agent, return as the agent. As you know, this Google generative AI actually having API keys. For that API key, you need to first install python -env. I didn't write it here, so I write it in front of you. Python .env. You need to install this library. After installing this library, you can directly load the environment variables, that are actually having in .env. You can directly load it here, and you need to use os.environ.get. Through this, you can get the API key from the .env. Now let's come with the UI part. The UI part is something we are using Streamlit. Streamlit is the Python library that actually helps us to create a UI, minimal UI, so that you can give the solution to the users, or you can build something very useful, right? For that, we actually having here st.title. We created a title here. We created the title here. The title is something data inside bot. The title that is actually we are taking here, data inside bot. This error was because the application is not running. I stopped the application. We will run this application. That error will come. Then we write it down here st.write that welcome to the data inside bot, like this. That we write here welcome to the data inside bot. This is something that we are writing here, right? Then we have upload from file function. So we have this st.file uploader. Through this, we can upload the file. We actually define the type that we actually want the CSV file on only, so that the pandas read CSV. We are actually getting the CSV file, so we write it here that which type of file we actually want, right? Then we check the file that if the file is uploaded. So we need to perform this task. Remember, whenever we uploaded the file here, we actually get the basic statistics of visualization. For that, we write here an condition that upload file is there. Then what we need to do, we need to read the data. This read data is coming from utils, that is actually reading the data, and that data is passing to this generate basic statistics and visualization, and then we have data frame sidebar. Okay, this is the function that is actually running into the sidebar. So we need to write st.sidebar dot title, so that the title will not show here, it will show here then directly in the sidebar. We can also do this, right? So this is the type of this is the feature of Streamlit. then what we did data preview. For data preview, we've used df.head. What we can do here, we can directly write agent.run, and we can say that uh, we can pass the query here, right? Show me the first 5 rows, like this. We can do this also. For the agent, what you need to do, we actually got the agent here. uh, you can directly pass the agent here also, so that the agent will give you the answer. So that the agent will give you the answer, or you can directly write the pandas query, whatever you consider feasible. You can do it. Okay. Then we have basic statistics. So what is statistic? We have a pandas function describe. This will give you the basic statistics knowledge, like what is count, what is standard deviation, and all that stuff. Then we have types, and then we have visualization. Visualization, you know that we actually have a select box where we are selecting columns. So we have df.columns here, from which we are selecting, and now we are creating bar chart through that columns, at whatever the column we have in this select box. Then we have the user chat. We have for that chat input. Here we have text input also, so you don't need to write text input. It will create something like we are taking the input like form. It is not like form, it is like chat. So what you need to do, you need to write chat input. In that chat input, you need to write ask a question about your data, whatever the question you need to ask about your data. If this input is there, user actually write the input. So what we did, if we get the input from the user, from chat message, we are actually putting the user message first. We are writing the user message like this. If it is the user, and it is the message from the user. And then we have assistant, chat message assistant. And we are having assistant here, and the agent's answer here, right? So for that assistant, we first need to pass the response, the user input, to the agent, so that the agent can get the answer from the user query, and that answer is saved into the response, and that response we are actually writing here, right? So that how we created the chatbot. We can do the chatbot like that. The chatbot create a history, that what the questions actually user ask. You can create a string through this chatbot also, and you can actually have some other features also, like you can add data visualizations more here, like after this bar chart. Like you can create heat map, you can create correlation map, you can create any other things also. And yeah, this is how we created the application. To run the application, we need to write here streamlit run app.py. As you know that we import the streamlit in app.py, so we need to run the app.py here, because the streamlit code is in app.py. So as we enter it, and we got the application here, it will run, because it is actually loading the LLMs also. We need to upload the data, and we need to upload the data. And here we have the data preview, basic statistics, data types, and all the things that we actually done before starting this. uh, so yeah, that's it. This is the data insight part that we created. If you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Give us the motivation so that we can create more something like this. Enough is